What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, and today we are on the other side of the internet. It's a series in which we talk about things that are not in the normal purview of what we talk about on this channel, but it's pop culture and it's happening on the other side of the internet. Today we talk about your boy DJ Academics, and the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I as I was watching all of this stuff unfold on the other side of the internet. I started to say, man, your boy DJ Academics is what I would consider to be a tier one gaslighter, right? It just we're gonna go through some clips in which we're just listening to him talk about this situation, and the gaslighting is like 93 grade high octane fuel, just like the best, the shit that you put in Mercedes and BMWs, like that level of gas is what he is using to deflect from this situation. And so, just for some context before we get into this, essentially, um, what happened is a couple days ago there was a Discord call in which academics and some other adults were on there with a 15-year-old, and then they began to ask him about his sexuality, and then insinuate ask him if he would do certain things that could be deemed inappropriate. They started he's a fan of one of these streamers, Black Boy Max, and he's a moderator for him or whatever. And so they started asking, would he do stuff with him, would he do stuff with his sister? And I'll tell you that if what I just described to you sounds like that's weird, the actual call is much weirder. And I really just don't even want to play it because I don't want to have my image associated with that in no type of way. But what I do want to react to is the response to this, because I think that one of the major accusations coming out of this was that academics was grooming this little boy. And I don't think necessarily that he was attempting to groom him for himself or something else like that. Like, but there is some um important distinctions that need to be made, because the behavior is something that resembles what a person who is grooming a young person would do, right? And when we get into this, you'll see things like academics talking about, oh, he looks at, this is his little brother. He was looking at him as like a young bud. He knows that the kid is going through a lot, so he gave him some money, and he's looking out from him. In the list of the checklist of grooming activities is getting checked off, and I don't think that he realizes that. It's like the type of behavior that they are displaying is the exact same behavior that somebody who is grooming a young person would do. And this is also why, like, I, as a father of a 14-year-old, this whole situation resonated with me so much, because this my son be asking me every day to get on Discord calls, and I'd be like, hell no. And it's because I don't want him in these type of conversations with random adults who think like, yo, we just having fun, but it's just hella inappropriate. Um, and because you could be introducing a young person to some things that you should not be introducing them to, right? I was on a live stream last night, and this dude said, uh, I don't know. Man, I wish I remember. It's like King Ack. Actually, it's not related to academics, whatever. But he had a guest on, and the dude said something along the lines of, "If you," he gave his whole story about his own life and going through, uh, like the criminal justice system and all of this, and he ended with, "If you don't watch and guard your children, then somebody else will." And he said the guard could be the prison guard. It could be somebody from one of these adjacent communities who is trying to groom them and turn them into something that they're not. It could be such and such from down the street. It could be whatever. If you don't do the job of a parent to guard and protect your child, somebody else will. And that to me resonated so much, because when we start talking about the grooming situation and you start looking at vulnerable populations, this kid who they're talking about is one, right? You go on to hear later on that Black Boy Max talks about how This kid is a refugee from Palestine. I think one of his parents passed. The other one is there. He lived in a whole different country, don't speak the language. And then so you begin to once again start to check all of the boxes of a vulnerable population. And then you get a kid, once you find out they know all of this stuff, you begin to understand why they feel so comfortable talking to this kid like this, because there is no figure who is above that watching them, and then or guiding this young person, and then who will hop on the call and be like, yo, what the did y'all just say? Because I said this as soon as I heard. I seen the reaction that Zeus and B. Lou had to this. It seemed like they took it down. But when I saw that, I said, man, if I would have walked into a room and I heard my son on the call and people was talking to him like that, I'm crashing out. I'm on the Discord server trying to figure out where everybody on there live, and we going and I'm finding people. But I would imagine that because so involved in my son's life, hopefully, like he understands that those situations are not for him, and that if he ended up in that situation, I'm checking the Discord and all of that shit. So I'm there instantly, knowing that shit just went left and it's going up after that. So, um, with all that being said, I really want to play some of these clips and then just show you the amount of gaslighting that is happening in this, because I do think that it is a prime example of how entertainment used to be, and what the expectation was for people who did things that were distasteful, and how they wanted you to respond to it, and how if you responded adversely, that they then would react and then ostracize you and then treat you like you ain't nothing. So let's go here.
I ain't gonna lie though, I was disappointed in Max though. I gotta keep it a beat.
Nah, me too. I told you
Yo,
that.
I'm gonna keep it a beat. Yo, I'm always keeping it a beat. Yo, even Aiden hit me. Yo, Aiden is the realest nigga in streaming, bro. I promise you.
Yes.
Aiden, I love you
Yes, he
to
is.
death, nigga. Aiden ain't say nothing bad about Max, but he was just like, bro, he sent me the clips and I was like, nigga, last night when I'm like calling, I didn't know Max said nothing crazy about me. Bro, we both from Jersey. Bro, like, just to be honest, I never knew who Max was before Silky told me about Max. I'm sorry, I be in my own world. I've been doing this for 10 years. I do rap shit. I don't know about, like, today I found out about some other little dancing nigga who's supposedly pop. I don't know. I show love to Max. Yo, the first time Max invited me some shit, I'm going just because he's from Jersey. My nigga Silky co-signed him. I fuck with him. Bro, I got no incentive. Like, I don't know if y'all niggas think I don't need Kai, Aiden, or Max. I don't chase clout. I'm Ack. I've been doing this shit for 10 years.
All right. So essentially, what you're seeing here is him um, uh, trying to do something that we've heard Drake do. I'm too famous to be caught up in these allegations. Like why would I do this? Like it don't even make sense. And then what he's also trying to do is establish like he has um put himself in position to help this kid Max, and he don't understand why Max would then respond to this situation the way that he did. And he is upset that Max said what Akademiks said was weird, but he is not acknowledging the fact that what he said about Max is even was 1,000 times worse than what Max said about him. He insinuated that Max's sister, who is they decided that was over 18, would be in a romantic relationship with this little boy. And then he insinuated that Max would be in a romantic relationship with this little boy. But he's upset that Max said, "You're weird." I imagine a world, and then he's upset that Max responded to it without calling him first. I imagine a world in which if you said something that weird, if your soapbox is something of if I did something that offends you, that you should call me, I think that you would be proactive enough to know that if you did something that I'm probably going to hear that's offensive, that you would reach out and say, hey, this is in the ethos, and let me talk to you about it before it goes crazy. That didn't happen.
So I'm showing him love because I'm glad. Yo, I'm over here hyping him. Yo, I'm telling the pages associated with me, post everything Max. Bro, that shit happened. Bro, I don't even get a call. I'm getting people send me like, yo, Max say you weird as shit. Like, you a weirdo. Damn, he ain't called me to like, bro, your super fan can't get a hold of you. He's on our dicks. He's in our call, in our Discord. I bet, cool. So when I seen him, I'm like, damn, bro. Now, granted, I'm not expecting Max to be like, oh no, accurate. No. If he was just like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, this shit kind of look a little weird, but I gotta holler at Ack, yo. What the fuck Ack on? Cool.
That's essentially what he did, outside of the part of saying, I need to go holler at him right now.
I'm looking at this shit, niggas is sending me shit, be like, yo, that nigga said you weird as shit, man. Like, you just like a weirdo. I'm like, yo, bro, like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. Max called me now. I holler at Max, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's up? I'm in your stream. So yesterday, I just seen you just said some shit about, oh, I didn't get a call from Max. I was dealing with the Central C shit and the shit I'm doing today, so I just ain't have time to do shit.
I know you were. That
You feel me?
true.
And also, I seen you just said some shit about you always showing me love. Yo, I genuinely appreciate that shit because I genuinely fuck with you too. You feel me?
Here's another thing. So he's saying this whole time, hey man, if I did something that if I did something that you don't appreciate, then you call me. And then he's saying that I'm hearing all of this stuff about Max, but he doesn't call Max, he goes straight to the stream. And then Max hears him saying that and then calls him and says, hey, I heard you just said that if you did something I don't like, I should call you. I'm calling you.
I mean, I've been watching you for a minute. But the shit with yesterday, bro, it's like it's in the calm. I can't avoid that shit, bro. And that shit was off, bro. That shit was off. You can't, like, you feel me?
No.
I know I know in y'all mind, y'all was just joking around, but yo, this a little ass kid. This my boy, you feel me? Like, I've watched this nigga grow up. He young, he's gone through a lot. He's a Palestinian refugee. Like, I gotta take his back, bro, and he shouldn't be in those situations. That's all it is, bro. I gotta call it what it is. I'm calling a spade a spade.
No.
That don't mean I don't fuck with you. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Max, that everything you're saying, I agree with. What I'm saying is that if somebody tells me some crazy shit about you right now,
Yeah.
rather than react to
and
hold on.
It wasn't. I'm gonna listen.
Hold on. We live in a clip culture.
Yeah.
There's 3 clips, like there probably 1 or 2 that have me on it. They try to bring in these other guys, like the guys I have on a call now. They're not even popular, right? Yeah. But they try to make it go viral. I would have expected you to be like, nah, I ain't gonna lie, this sound crazy. But I gotta holla at Ack. Even if you call me on stream, you know how many times even Aiden called me on stream about shit that he was just like, yo, I gotta react to this. But Ack, like, I don't know you like that. I don't know you to be blah, 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 blah. But let's talk about it that you could, you know why? Because, yo, we have a connection. You're not gonna talk.
This is what I'm saying. The point that he's trying to make seems to be, yes, I did something weird, and I'm not upset that you said it was weird because I know it was weird. However, instead of calling me out about it being weird, I wish that you would have gave me a platform to try to dispel and deject from people thinking that what I did was weird. And if you listen to his explanation on why he did it, which I'm sure he's about to get into, you begin to see like he don't need a platform to talk about why he did what he did, because there's no real genuine excuse for that. My man said that it's clip culture, in that if you take the clips out of context, then it feel like something else. And I think that that's something that is happening a lot right now in the ethos, where people are trying to take very obvious things and act like the public can't um acknowledge or see nuance, right? And then so what happens is they'll take something like this, and people will be like outraged, and they'll say, well, why wasn't y'all outraged about this other thing that happened that seems like it's similar? And the reason why people are not outraged about the other thing that happened that seems like it's similar is because we understand nuance and we understand clip culture. And we understand that it's the same thing with your boy Elon Musk and his salute the other day. And people tried to act like his salute was like people were crazy for thinking his salute was something else and trying to say, well, what about these other, and they taking freeze frames from other speeches and said, why didn't y'all get upset about this? And we didn't get upset about that because we understand nuance. We understand the difference between a random clip being pulled out and taken out of context and this thing here, right? For the most part.
Like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
like
Nah, and look,
I wouldn't throw nobody under the bus. Like, oh, he's a weirdo. When, bro, you got my number. Like, you hit me up.
Wait, hold on. Hey. I didn't call you a weirdo. I said what you said was weird, which is facts. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. This is my little bro. He's 15. You feel me? You saying, yo, would you fuck Mac's sister? He said I'm 15. You said why you matter? Like, you feel me? I'm looking at that shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck, hey? Mind you, gang, I fuck with you heavy. I vouch for you all the time. You feel me? So it's like I'm looking at it like
He said, bro, I think acts like people didn't see the video.
like, yo, bro, like it's in the clips. What is there for me to go to you and say, why'd you say it? Because it's in the clips. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not like it was some shit that wasn't public. Now, I understand where you're coming from. I could have definitely texted you and been like, yo, act like, what is this? Like, I get it, but I had mad shit going on yesterday. I have mad shit coming up. And it's just like, I don't have time to sit here and text. So I'm going through my I go through this shit because it's my news channel. That's just there. And I'm not going to hide it because, act, you know, if I hide some shit like that and make it look like I'm defending you and defending that type of shit, which I don't defend that type of shit at all.
Max,
you get what I'm saying?
Max, you're 100% right. And because like, again, if you're saying you fuck with me and you don't, and you fucking with me don't think I'm some weirdo, you would be like, I'm gonna call him and talk to him about it. Here's the thing about clip culture, right? Like, we all know clip culture. Bro, if you listen to 45 minutes of that, you hear all the trolling back. Yo, my nigga, I'm on the shit. Obviously, nobody's gonna clip it. Yo, I said, yo, my favorite artist is Jordan Carter, which is obviously, I don't know if people know that person's name. That's Playboy Cardi. Everybody know my favorite rapper is Drake, but we're trolling. I know, like,
This is what I mean. Like this is the thing of like we don't understand nuance. If the whole call was that level of trolling, my favorite rapper is Iggy Azalea. But people really know that I like Kendrick Lamar. My favorite rapper is Macklemore. But people really know I like Eminem. Like, that's innocent trolling. That's not a viral clip. That's not nothing that people understand the context of that. Like he trying to act like, oh, you had to see. It is the escalation of it. It's like being like a brawl breakout, right? It's a big ass fight, and then we see the big ass fight, and then we see you stomping somebody out on the curb, and then you being like, oh, but yeah, I stomped this dude out on the curb for sure. But what y'all missed is what led up to it. When we was playing tackle football and he tackled me once I went out of bounds. And so because he tackled me once I went out of bounds and then I pushed him and he pushed me, that led to me stomping him out on the curb. So if y'all had seen the whole clip, you would understand I just didn't stomp him out on the curb for no reason. I had a reason to stomp him out on the curb. And we would all be like, bro, that still ain't good enough reason to stomp dude out on the curb. That's over the top.
trolling a lot. That's never going to be seen on a clip.
Okay,
And by the way,
look, hold on, one thing. Do you think it's a troll to go to Nora and be like, yo, would you fuck his sister or would you fuck Max? Like, you feel me, though? Like,
I wish I could zoom in on him over here. Let me try this. Can I do that? Nah, it ain't giving me. It's going out the other way, actually. Oh, all right.
nigga, that shit gonna throw me off. I'm like, yo, this nigga is crazy. How you
hold
putting
on.
that on me, bro? And
Holy.
mind you, I'm not even sitting here. The reason I really didn't, no bullshit. I was on the stream. I saw it. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, some weird shit was said, but I'm not even gonna give this the time of day because I got shit going on today. I'm not even gonna react to the clips. And that was out of sake of one, Noah's. I love Noah. Like bro, when people do weird shit with him, I don't fuck with that shit. And also because I fuck with you, I'm like, I'm not even gonna make this a big deal right now because I know there was no ill intent, even though it came off weird.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to talk about it right now because obviously I get, like, you feel me? It's bothering you. I get it. But, like, bro, you got to see from my point of view. I'm not having time to, let me deal with this issue. Like, you feel me? I'm not like a, what's the word? Not reporter, but.
Max.
What's up?
I agree with you, right?
I agree with you.
I saw that, and I want everybody to know, right? I'm not sitting here trying to gaslight or say anything to Max.
He is
like,
hella gaslighting.
Why did you no, if I saw anybody say that in that clip, in those clips that were posted, I would be like, nah, that shit kind of little, like, what was going, but here's the thing, and this is why I'm personable with people. This is why I try to show love. This is why when, I don't care what you, like, what you, like, if you like, yo, Act, could you do this for me? Act, blah, 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 blah. I want to do it for you because I want to support you. And in that support, I only expect, this is the only expectation I got. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that shit look weird. Yo, let me call Act right now. Yo.
This is what I was saying. I am going to help you. And as a result, if I help you, when I do some shit that is obviously weird, that is obviously out of pocket, instead of you talking about it right away, come talk to me first. And I'm going to support you. I'm going to make sure your career pop. Every time you do something, I'm going to take you to the moon. That level of behavior is how you get the Diddy's of the world. That's how you get the R. Kelly's of the world. I'm going to give you a hit record after hit record. But all you got to do is when you see me do something, look the other way first. Instead of calling the police, just let me rock out. And that's all I expect. And if you can't do that, then I can't help you. I can't support you.
Now, shit. I get where you coming from.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo, shit, like, Kyle called me about me some shit, and then he brought up the LeBron shit. He said, yo, Act, what's up with that LeBron shit? I respect that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And by the way, you know, bro, I really value my relationship with y'all.
That's what I'm saying, is that's a prime example of part of the reason why this dude Akademiks is in this situation is like the LeBron thing. Is he'll get on here and say the most vile things about people and then expect when he do something crazy, just give me a call. Just reach out. He'll get on here and say, I don't care about none of y'all. Here go the worst thing in the world that I know about this person for sure. And then go do this and then be like, oh, but I don't expect y'all to treat me how I treat other people. Give me a call. Say something to me.
All I want is a call. All I want is a call to be like, I don't care if you are confronting me. Like, yo, Act. Bro, this is what my comm just said. Bro, what the fuck? What you want, bro? And now, if I just, like, be on some bitch nigga shit, you say whatever. But I'm going to always sit here and answer the conversation. Like, only thing I've been seeing people, like, I'm telling you, people been hitting me like, yo, damn, bro, you showing Max love, but he couldn't even, like, hit you up to be like, what was this about? He's just tossing you as weird.
I understand what you're saying. Yo, bro, hypothetically, if there was a nigga in this world, had all the connections, he's showing me mad love, but the next day it come out that the nigga harassed my sister, fuck that nigga. You feel what I'm saying?
Well.
And I'm not saying it's fuck you, but you got to understand, you showing me love don't then make it like you're agreeing with me for the rest of life. That's dick riding. You get what I'm saying? So look, Act, I will, you feel me? I will recognize that I should have hit you and I should have, you feel me? That's definitely something I should have made time to do for a situation like this. But can you please take accountability and apologize for the things you said to North?
Yo, no, there is accountability. I've already said, I said, listen, when you listen to those clips, that's not something I would stand by and say that's what you would say to somebody who's that age. I said this is a big bro, little bro relationship.
Oh,
this
man.
this kid has been in our cord for the last couple of weeks, we've been joking back and forth. We've been beefing with him.
Like
He
he like
beefed with us.
almost on
He
some little
cried
bro
to
shit.
us.
I see.
Yes, yo, he
I see.
cried to us, bro. Bro, I swear he cried to us. We sent him money. Like, yo, he was saying that his life was worth, like, I'm not trying to make this no other. And we're like, okay, so we joke about shit. And obviously, again, clip wise, there's nothing wrong with it. Only thing I ask is just you saying, and I think this is why I try to connect with people is like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo, Act sound crazy in this clip. Let me call him. I gotta call him that, yo, if this is what he's on, and you could stand on that. If you call me and I was just like, nah, nigga, that's how I talk to little kids. And you could be like, man, fuck this nigga Act. This nigga Act is weird. Here's the thing though, because yo, right now you're in the process of blowing up, right? When you say like one thing, everybody just runs with it. So like, you know what, everybody came to me and they were like, yo, damn, you called in when Max was with Central C, but Max called you a weirdo. He just said you're a weird ass nigga.
Okay, but look, Act. See, one, don't let niggas do that, because I ain't call you a weird ass nigga. If you look at the clip, I said what you said was weird too. If I ain't really fuck with you and I hated you, I wouldn't have picked that phone up, gang.
I agree too. I agree with that.
It's funny because this dude Ackett keeps saying shit like, "Oh, clip culture," and people taking a 45-second and they doing this, and then he keeps acknowledging that people keep saying that you said this in a quick clip. I saw the clip, and it doesn't connect. And when I go back to talking about nuance and we acknowledge and can realize nuance, I guess you can also see where he is not acknowledging or realizing that same nuance between the clip culture that he's describing as being problematic and the clip culture that he's describing as where he gets his information from, and how that same clip culture then makes him want to jump out the window. But let me say, I'm gonna see what this. I think this is gonna end here soon, and then I want to play. So this was his response to it this one day, and then he came back and then responded again.
I agree with that too.
You feel me? And I still let you do your shit. Now look, once again, you just said a lot of shit, and I understand. Can you just take accountability and apologize to Nor? That's all. I get he was in the court, but please, and then we could call it off, and it's good, it's whatever. And I apologize for not calling or texting you when that shit happened. That's all I want, though, bro. Literally.
Yo, and I've said this multiple times. Listen, that conversation that people saw in that clip is not supposed to be a normal conversation between anybody who is of age and somebody underage. Obviously, I said what the reasons was. I was on some big bro, little bro shit. Like, we teasing, like, yo, shit, yo, whatever.
Also,
hold on. By the way, also to him, and I'll say to him, right?
Yeah.
You know, if because I saw him do interviews about it, that was shocking to me because we've been teasing a lot, and he said crazy shit, but whatever. I get it. He's younger.
He talking about he keeps saying that the little boy said crazy stuff, and his examples that he gave before of like he said crazy stuff is he was like I can't even. Damn, I'm trying to think. Let me think. It was something, but it wasn't that level of crazy. It wasn't like, to give my stomp out on the curb example, it wasn't like yeah, we stomped him out on the curb because he stomped 6 of my homeboys out earlier, and then we just continued that level of violence. It was like they was slap boxing and he won a couple times, or even lost. He was slap boxing and he lost like 3 times, and then he wanted to slap box one more time, so we stomped him out on the curb. Like, that's the level of difference between those two. And I don't know why I'm going with the stomp out on the curb example, but that's what that is. All right. So essentially, the gaslighting continues because then your boy Akademiks took to his stream to then to talk about it a little bit more, and it seems as if like it was the next day, and it seems like he had maybe talked to some folks and came down and then really got a better understanding and grasp and decided, you know what, man, let me give a different take on the situation.
Any streamer try to talk to, I get y'all doing content, but I'll tell y'all audit politely. Eat a dick, okay? No matter who it is. You don't try to solicit an apology or no. I'm a grown-ass man. I can speak for myself. I'll say this, though. A very regretful moment happened where it derived from a Discord that we're usually like super like buddy buddy and probably like some shit that honestly in that court, if everything I've ever said in that court got leaked, it would be crazy. Not defending it, but that's kind of the court it was. Definitely a regrettable moment, right? And we're gonna use that as a teachable moment because I don't think I've came this far, built this platform to be that irresponsible, right? And of course, I could throw out any type of excuses. Oh well, damn. Well, I know he was live, but it was 20 people. Oh, yo, nice. That's little. Like we were looking at a little. Fuck all that. I'm gonna take responsibility because again, even with the
Now, you hear this and you think like, okay, like he turned over a new leaf here, right? And I will say that I jumped in about 4 minutes into the conversation, so you missed some of that. But then you'll see where he's still like wavers on like, should I actually take the high road or not?
the little streamers who are soapboxing, at the end of the day, first of all, I'm probably older than all y'all anyway. Like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need the other shit. So I'll just take the responsibility. I should do better and will do better. And I think that's the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Should do better, will do better. I'm going to use it as a teachable moment. Also, shout out to my community. Shout out to the chat. I'm not going to engage even in today and even though I was playing them songs, I was like, I could take a few niggas to task. And we might double back on that, but we'll just keep it chill for now. The soapboxing of a lot of the streamers were pretty disgusting. I think people thought it was me deflecting. When you have blatant and flagrant hypocrites that start to soapbox and they're adding fuel to the fire, when the dossier that and let this be clear.
Here you go.
I've always said when you dig a hole, make sure you dig two. The dossier on y'all is quite alarming, but that's neither here nor there, and it's not about that. I'm not here.
Here's what I'm saying about that, right? And this is what I keep going back to of the problematic interactions between the entertainment industry is he's saying now, I know a ton of shit about y'all that I'm not gonna say, but I'm saving it. And if what you have on them is as problematic as what they had just had on you, then like why not? But it's the relationship thing. It's like, oh, but I'm gonna keep the thing in the back of my pocket. And this is why you see in the entertainment industry, 20 years later, they be like, hey, actually, I did hear about this one time. Actually, hold on. Well, since we're talking about it, I can't tell you about something happened 5 years ago. Actually, now I got a whole paperwork on list of things that you did wrong, and I just want to. And it becomes opportunistic. And so, even in this moment, he's saying, right now, eh, if the opportunity was opportunistic enough, then I would just go ahead and. But I ain't gonna do it yet. I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll come back later.
Here to do tit for tat with nobody or engage in that. I think I'm here just to say, listen, we're gonna use this as a teachable moment. Act was tweaking, was wrong, and we're gonna move on. Today's gonna be the first day we move on. I'm not even going after this I'm gonna probably do like 10, 20 minutes on this. Then we're doing topics.
Here go the other thing that's like contradictory of what he's saying here, and this probably happened before, but he got a channel on Twitter in which he is using that to clip other people, especially specifically the Platboy Max kid, and then giving it captions to make what's happening in the video seem 1,000 times worse than what's actually happening in the video. And he going back 3, 4, 5 years and like, oh, such and such groomed such and such. And then he's also taking clips of people who were critical of him in the portion of the video where they said like something that might be seen as if they were supporting him, and then using that to be like, such and such comes out in support of academics. because they'll say something like, well, we know that he was just joking and he didn't mean it like that. And then they'll go on to say, but you can't do that because it's inappropriate at such and such. And they'll be like, such and such says that he understands why academics would be joking. And so I don't know. It's tier one gaslighting, for sure. It's a lot of content on this. I wanted to talk about it briefly. And it probably not so brief video, but Shemaine Man, ABD Hero. I do think that this is important, and not simply because folks need to pile up on academics or something like that, but it's because this, especially that call, is dangerous. And it's dangerous because what you're essentially doing is you're normalizing a strange behavior for young people, right? And so when you take a young kid and then you put him around adults, and he's saying to you, no, 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 I don't do that. I wouldn't do that. And then y'all trying to convince him that he's weird for not doing the thing that he's saying, like it's problematic. It takes me back to this. I remember this clip from Venus Williams and her dad, Richard Williams, and where she's being interviewed by this guy, and I can't remember the question, but it was something along the lines of like, are you the greatest? Do you think you can win? Something like that. And she answers with very strong confidence, yes, I think I can win. I think I'm the greatest. Whatever it was, I can't remember the thing. And then he responds back, why? Why do you think that you're so good? And her dad says, hey, next question. And he's like, bro, I'm trying to interview. I'm trying to. And then his dad comes and said, bro, she just gave you the answer to your question with extreme confidence. And you trying to implement you trying to make her second guess her stance on it. Like, let her go. She's a young child. Her mental is fragile, and you're trying to challenge it and make her think that what she believes to be true is not true. And then they go on with the interview. But it's such a teachable moment, and I think that that is technically what was happening in that video that to me stood out and made me be like, yo, that's some weird stuff that we got to talk about. So welcome to the other side of the internet. Shemaine Man, ABD Hero. We out. Peace.